Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's happening for the lovely Virgo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for Virgo gang? As we move to the back end of January, what energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo, please. What is the vibe? What do we got going on for our good friends here in late January as we move into Aquarius season? There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, lots of people for one reason or another. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, but whenever I see this card, obviously there's tons and tons of people showing up in this energy, which for some of you that could be a little overbearing, but I feel like it could be good. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So we see depicted here, there's a man, there's a woman, there's pictures of various different people, there's people walking around in the background, there's even shadows. So I always think of groups of individuals when this card shows up. So whether it's family things that are taking precedent in your mind, whether it's work things, community things, it's like people. So for a big chunk of you, I mean, maybe you're just being affected by a lot of people's different energies. Maybe you're more popular than you normally are. Like, this could be a lot of socializing and stuff like that. Now, if this isn't dealing with people in particular with this card, if you don't deal with too many people on a regular basis, that's okay, because this could just represent a lot of energy affecting you, like outside energy. So keep that in mind. You might want to protect yourself energetically. But I just get so many people when this card shows up. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see people showing up within the spread itself. So we'll want to take a very close look at that. I also link this card to social media as well. So however that fits for some of you, whether it's like cutting back or using it for business or something like that, this is a good card for like social media or socializing in general. But it's just so many people, it feels kind of like a lot. So don't burn yourself out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Virgo, please. What do we got in late January? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Explosive Situation. Lots of fiery energy around the Virgos last week. And it was common. I was seeing it with other signs as well. So meaning, or what I meant by explosive situation, is either there's situations that could go from 0 to 100 very quickly, and just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks, or just something that's super unpredictable, where it's like, okay, that happened. So we're going to see what shows up for you this week. Hopefully that energy calms down a little bit. But as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for my Virgo friends. What do we have in late January, please? The Virgo gang. The deck is being specific for you. I think that's cool. And surprise, surprise, we have a people. We have a card that could be a person. The Knight of Pentacles. Now that is also a card that could represent you. Let's just get him tucked in right here by the amethyst. And let's keep pulling. Let's see what else we have for Virgo. Guides, what's going on? Good. People again. I mean, this does not shock me. It does not surprise me. We have the 3 of Pentacles, so another card of groups of people. So wow, we have a very clear theme starting to show up this week. It might be a people magnet, my friends. Let's get one more out here. What do we got? Can you guess what it might be? I mean, you're gonna have a bonus this week, but take a lucky guess. There he is, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, holding a goblet, having a darn good time. And the Emperor right next to it as a bonus to boot. So it's like you see what I'm saying? It's like all over the place. I haven't seen it so like straightforward in quite a while. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, elementally, I think we're pretty good because a lot of this is complementary to Virgo energy. So I feel like, all right, this could work out. This could be good for you. We have a lot of earth, and I always feel like the elements are super important when doing a reading. So right here, to earth, powerful. That locks into your comfort zone. We have water, which is complementary to Virgo energy as well. The only one that could ruffle the feathers is the Emperor there, because that's fire. So, but again, that's just another little bonus. It doesn't like make a huge complexion on the deal. But as you can see, we got 2 court cards. We have a card of multiple people. We have this card in the beginning. It's like, all right, where are all these people coming from, or what is all of this energy? Like, it just feels like a lot to me, but I feel like it can break in a good way for you. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, because there will be nuances. Trust me, it's going to be much more than just seeing the people here. But position number 1, we'll start here. The Knight of Pentacles, big earth sign energy. So in my simplistic style, it could represent you. So something coming towards you when we clarify it, a way you might be feeling if you're connected to another earth sign. So a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But all knights represent action. All knights are messengers too, similar to the pages. So sometimes this Knight of Pentacles could be a talk, but in regards to action and making moves, this is detail oriented. It's slow and steady. It's not moving fast whatsoever. So in a positive sense, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this by the book. I'm going to do this right. I'm going to take the proper steps. Cool. Playing within the guidelines of something. In the challenge, this could sometimes be a problem or an issue, right? Because it's something that feels delayed or feels stubborn. So we're going to have to look into this much further. And you know me, I always like to give you both sides of the coin when it comes to every single card, but I'm feeling like it could be okay, especially since the element really complements your Virgo energy. Now, moving to the center, we have the 3 of Pentacles. I do link this card to work, career. I mean, you see these 3 people, they're standing around in a group. This is a card of teamwork. So teamwork makes the dream work. But aside from like work, career, artistry, so it's super artisanal type of energy here. You might be very focused on work and pentacles when this card is in the mix. This is also a card of assistance. So whether it's giving help or needing a little help or just needing some understanding, this card could represent it. But all 3s represent groups, communities, the people around us. So it's going to be interesting to clarify this and see like, okay, are we focusing on someone that's in your circle? In the challenge, this could represent a group of people not seeing eye to eye. It could represent sticky third-party situations. It could represent people just not getting along, or somebody, one person that can mess up a group dynamic. So we definitely want to look at this one further as well. Now, moving to the back end, as we get this 3 of Pentacles tucked back in where it belongs, we have our good pal here, Mr. King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, chilling right there. So you might be connected to a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If that's not the case, totally fine. Kings represent control of their respective suit. And when it comes to the cups, that's water. That represents the realm of feeling, emotion, love, romance, creativity. So when we have the King of Cups, it's like, all right, I got this under control. It's a nice balanced type of energy, usually very, very good. Huge card of love or like extreme feelings towards another person. I feel like it's usually nice. But in the challenge, the King of Cups could represent emotional issues, emotional problems, emotional ups and downs. It could represent issues in love sometimes. Worst case scenario, the King of Cups could sometimes represent someone that throws a few too many back. But we're not going to go that route just yet. I feel like this feels positive to me, at least initially. But again, there's a complex complexion around this whole entire reading because there's just so many people here. On the very back end, we do have the Emperor himself. So you might be connected to an Aries when this card is here. The Emperor could represent authority figures, right? If you're not connected to an Aries, Taurus. I feel like this is good. He gets a bit of a bad reputation because, yeah, in the challenge, the Emperor could be a little bit egotistical. Sometimes it could be like a control freak type of energy where it's like, no, you will do it my way, or the highway. But I feel like this can be good because it's like, all right, I'm going to steer this ship. It could represent older masculine figures. It could represent father figures or authority figures in general, like bosses, managers, you name it. But again, he's just a bit of a side note. When we see him, it's like, all right, we got this on lock. We got this under control. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Virgo. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgo friends. What do we got going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Pentacles here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Knight of Pentacles time. What's up? Why is that Knight of Pentacles here? Thank you. Magician. I like it. For a lot of Virgos out there, you could have a manifestation coming in. I saw the same thing in the same position in the Capricorn reading, so this must be an earth sign thing. There's a lot of energy here around control as well. So for a lot of you, whatever situations that you might be dealing with, whether good, bad, or in the middle, it's like, no, everything's cool. We got the Magician, we got the Emperor, we got the King of Cups. It's like there's a lot of controls in place. Now, that can be fantastic. You might have more control with a situation than you think you do. But for some of you, it might be a little frustrating because it's like, all right, well, it's like there's guardrails all around me. It's like, usually I know Virgos appreciate some structure, but with what I'm seeing here, there's too much structure. There's too much red tape, and it could be a little frustrating. So that's something I'd like you to watch out for. It's like a little bit of a claustrophobic feeling. But for the most part, aside from those little side messages I just gave, when I see the Knight of Pentacles with the Magician in the upright, it's like, yeah, it's coming too. It's coming slowly, but it's coming, especially since that's one of your cards. Love this Magician, master of all elements. And again, it's pulling things in. It's pulling things in. So funny that we have all these cards of people, all the people, and this magnetic energy pulling things towards it. So this could most definitely be bringing people to you, even if you're not trying, even if you don't realize you're doing it. So let's keep moving over. There's more for us to see, but this very interesting the way this is going. So we're going to go in on the Three of Pentacles. We'll talk more about that during the recap. So why is that Three of Pentacles here? Just pulling lots of things in. Why is it in the mix? Thank you. Another person here, we have the Page of Pentacles showing up in reverse, okay? So this could be somebody that's like trying to blend in with the crowd, keep their head down, blend in with the crowd, where it's like, no, I don't want a whole bunch of attention here. I'm just doing my own thing. I don't know why that energy would be. So just take that for whatever it's worth. Whether that's you or somebody else, it's like, no, I'm just keeping my head down. I don't want to make a spectacle. I don't want to stand out from the crowd. I just want to do my own thing. So it's like somebody's laying low. So it's interesting how we have this energy where it's like, yeah, I'm pulling things in, but I also have this energy that's laying low at the same time. And I have to say it. I mean, I can't not. The fact that we have the Magician and almost every single card here links to other people. It's like either you're going to be highly affected by the company you keep, or you're just pulling people towards you. Like, here they come. It's all here. It's like, here they come. Here it comes. It's all over the place. But at the same time, it's like, but I don't really want to. It's like I'm pulling all this energy in, but I'm cool laying low. So most peculiar type of vibe here. Okay. This Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's somebody that's just going along with the program too. Underneath this Three of Pentacles, it's like, no, I'm just doing my thing. I'm not going to make a big fuss about something. Hopefully you're not having a difficult time absorbing information too, especially if you're in any new things. But we're not going to, that's not make or break. Let's keep moving over to the King of Cups. We'll see what he has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadows. So why is the King of Cups here for my Virgo friends? So unique, this reading. I'm enjoying doing it though. Why is the King of Cups here? Thank you. Cool. All right, so we do have the Two of Swords in reverse underneath this King of Cups. Nice. This could be a very good result for you coming in, because the Two of Swords in reverse, it's somebody that's like, you know what, I understand it. I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm working with. I have it under control. That's like a vibe I'm picking up here. So again, if you're going through any situations or problems, I don't think it's anything that you can't really solve or fix or at least figure out. Like, to me, when I see this energy next to these two shot callers, it's like, no, I know it is. I know what it is. I see it for what it is. I'm not being fooled by anything, which I think is really nice. Now, for a lot of Virgos, if you've been having some conflicting emotions, conflicting feelings in this time, you know, when I see the King of Cups with the Two of Swords in reverse, it's like, no, I mean, I'm not feeling conflicted anymore. There could be something that starts making a lot of sense to you, or something that really starts clearing up. So again, if it's an issue or a problem, or something that's been mysterious, or something that's been bothering you, when I see this in reverse, it's like, no, all right, now this energy is starting to clear and it's starting to get better. So I feel like it's nice, but at the same time, you're pulling a lot of energy in. So again, if you're a private type of person and you don't do much socializing, yes, this could be work-related things or even family. But even if that's not the case, just know that energies that you're feeling could be influenced by the people around you, like whether they're like in your immediate space or in your vicinity. That's what I'm saying. So you could be extra sensitive to energies in this time. But I feel like this is good. This could be a result that you don't see coming, but it's positive. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, so you know the whole theme. I've said it multiple times over and over. There's lots of people here. Position number one, we do have the Knight of Pentacles with the Magician in the upright. A big manifestation coming your way, even if it's coming in slowly. So I feel like that's really good. The only issue I saw with the overall part of the thread is that, like, yeah, I mean, there's like a whole structure here. For some of you, you might be feeling a little claustrophobic because there's like a lot of red tape where it's like, yeah, no, I like structure, but this is a little too structured or a little too predictable. But again, aside from that and the manifesting, there's a certain magnetism the Virgos have at this time. So you're pulling lots of things, situations, and even people your way. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. To me, it's like, no, I'm just keeping my head down. I don't want to stand out from the crowd. I just want to do what I have to do and blend in. Like, it's just somebody laying low for whatever reason. Watch out for having issues absorbing new information in this time, so it might be a little more difficult for you to absorb new information. But I feel like overall, this is pretty good. Moving to the back end, we have, and like I said, pulling things towards you, even if you don't want to. So that might not be the best thing for you to hear. It's like, here they come, ready or not. Moving to the back end, we have the King of Cups with the Two of Swords in reverse. If there is an emotion that's been bothering you, a situation that's been bothering you, I feel some clarity starting to set in, or understanding, where it's like, all right, well, I know what I'm dealing with. At least I know what I'm working with. I know all the facts. I know all the information, and I'll take it from here. I feel like this is a good result for you in the end as well, because it's like, I have it under control. As long as I have it under control, everything's fine. But again, so many different energies affecting you. So good luck with that. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. And yeah, let's shuffle it up. Very intriguing reading for you, my friends. It's making me chuckle as I read the cards. But yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get your one. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out. What do we got here? Thank you. I mean, it's not a court card, thank goodness, but it is a card of partnerships. In the shadows, we do have the Two of Cups. Now, that's not always romance. Yeah, we see the two seahorses, they're kissing here. But when I see this, it's like partnerships, people that we're close to. So it just fits the overall theme. That's why I'm chuckling that it shows up. Now, I like the Two of Cups. Even as a shadow card, it's pretty good, because it's like, yeah, no, good partnership type of energy. It could represent a very important person to you. Now, if you are watching this, if you are or have been having issues in interpersonal relationships and this shows up in the shadows, it does represent that this energy could linger for a little bit, or that there's still a strong energetic connection between you and another individual. When I see this card in the shadows, it's like, all right, even if it's not physically manifested at the moment, energetically it's there. This could represent a soul tie or a soul bond, where even if there is some sort of separation, the energy is still somewhat intertwined. Now, that's a very specific shadow message here. But I will also say, for those of you where the last thing I said doesn't apply, Spirit could be asking you to really examine how you connect to others, whether they be friends, family members, or others. Yeah, so interesting reading for you this week, Virgo. Lots of people here, so have fun. And yeah, that's what I have for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading from me and get a little forecast for what 2025 has in store for you, you can check out my website and digital calendar at mastermetaphysics.com to look for availability. But for the January subscriber surprise, we are once again giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks. And if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your main goal for the 2025 calendar year? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab as usual, my friends. Much love, and I'll see you soon.